Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So today what I have here is a pencil cactus. So this is one of the succulent type of variety. It is of a cactus family, and it is a very it grows very vigorously, guys. It grows very fast growing plant, you can say, and it has a tendency to fill the complete area, and it can completely if you have put it on the ground, then it will just take it can grow up to around 5 to 6 feet tall also, and it will spread all over to the ground. So but this is a very beautiful plant to grow in the hanging baskets. People grow this in the hanging basket because when they fall down, they look very beautiful. As you can see these, when they fall, they look very beautiful, and when they stand upright also look very beautiful. So what we'll do currently, today I have these cuttings of this. I brought these cuttings from a friend, and today we are going to propagate. See guys, these cuttings, what you can see here, I have brought this 24 hours back. So this cutting, you can see the callus has formed. In this, what happens, when you cut this cutting, then there will be a sap which comes out of this. So that is little toxic. So it is better whenever you do any job with this, like any work, then at that time you can wear your gloves, or else see, it didn't do any harm to me. Frankly speaking, I have just touched it, but I don't know about others. They might be little sensitive to touch this one. So at that time you can wear your gloves, or else you can wash your hands immediately after doing any work with this, rather than touching any food or any other things. Okay, so but this is a lovely plant to grow, guys. It looks very beautiful, and let's start. I'm going to propagate this one in 2 of the containers, and both of the soil mix I'll be taking the different one. So let's start, guys. Here is a hanging basket in which I'm trying to propagate this one. See here, I've made holes in this, and see, I've made 2 holes. And very well drained soil is really important to this plant, guys. Whenever you propagate it in a very well drained soil. So so for the beginners I'm showing, see, you have to always make a hole underneath so that water shouldn't clog down. It should go down completely. Okay, it should drain down so that your plant, whatever it is in the basket or it is in the pot, it should not get overwatered. Okay, so let's start. So whenever take a soil mix, try to mix take a mix which is very well drained and very soft when you're taking it in a hanging basket. Okay, it should be very light, guys. It should not be very heavy, because it will make the basket very heavy. And try to take the less quantity, because if you will take completely fill it up, then for this currently what the pencil cactus, what we are doing, it doesn't need much of the soil, so it will be having very small roots, so it doesn't require that much. As I told you, it is from a succulent family, so it doesn't have much of leaves also, because if you have more number of leaves, then the water absorption will be more. I'll explain you that. So try to take lighter soil. So here I'm taking a soil mix. What I have is, I have taken this, in this basket what I have taken is normal garden soil, little bit like 40% or so, and 50% I have taken this coco peat, guys. Yes, I've taken coco peat in this, because see, generally for the succulent mix we have to put sand, but for this one I have taken coco peat, because as I told you, sand is very heavy, guys, so we should not put that one into the hanging basket. This is a normal pencil cactus. It will grow in the normal garden soil also, but we have to always prepare a well drained soil. As I told you, it grows very vigorously, but currently the winter is a dormant period for this one, so winter hasn't arrived yet. So I thought now it is a best time to propagate this one. Till winter is here, we'll be getting the roots to it, and if it goes into dormancy also, no problem. Okay, so I have taken little bit of perlite and I have taken vermicompost in this. Okay, so this is a normal garden soil mix what I mostly take. So I have included perlite and I have also included neem cake powder, guys. Little bit of neem cake. If you don't have, you can add fungicide. You can add little bit of cinnamon powder if you don't have. Okay, so like that you can add. Okay, I'm not adding any rooting hormone to this. I'm directly piercing these cactus into the soil mix. Okay, see here, it has formed, the callus has formed. So what is a callus? A callus is like whenever you get hurt, guys, on your hands, legs, wherever, when you get a little bit blood, what happens? There the skin forms. It is just similar to that. The callus forms to these plants, so that, okay, and this won't die back because of the fungus. See, we have to wait because fungus will attack the plant if the callus hasn't formed. So wait for 24 hours, or if not, at least wait for around 2 to 3 hours will be fine. Just wait and see if the callus has formed a little bit, then it will be fine. See, for every single one you can see the callus has formed. And guys, this cacti, it doesn't need the node area. Wherever you want, you can just cut it off and you can get the roots. See here also, if you want, you can make a cut and poke it off, you'll get the roots. See, like this. I've taken a bigger cuttings for the hanging basket because when they'll move down, they'll look really beautiful. See, I'm not putting any rooting hormone, as you can see. I'm just poking this one into the soil mix. Try to poke it as straight as possible. So here are some of the cuttings, guys, which I have directly put into the soil mixture, and some of the cuttings will be putting in the coco peat, because if we fail like in these cuttings, at least we'll be having the cuttings which we are putting in the coco peat. But I'm sure this won't fail because it is very easy to grow plant, and it is very the roots will catch very easily to the soil mix. So here is a coco peat mix, guys. In this coco peat mix, what I've taken is like vermicompost and coco peat. Half and half I've taken little bit of neem cake powder I've added to this, or else you can also add fungicide, as I always tell you. And if you want to put, you can put cinnamon powder to this. It will act as a rooting hormone, but it doesn't require. But if you want, you can do that. I'm not putting it. See, this is going to look very beautiful, guys. And wherever you see, from this I've taken all the cuttings. So wherever you put this one, you're gonna get multiple stems in here. So like this. So these are the leaves, guys. So these leaves, they grow and they fall off. That is the thing. That is the reason it doesn't require much of the water. Okay, and coming to the sunlight, you have to put it in the complete 6 to 7 hours of sunlight. Total sunlight you need to put this one. And watering is like you have to water whenever you feel the soil is dry. As I told you, it is of a succulent family. It doesn't have the leaves. See, what is the thing, guys? See, the leaves are the more, see, whichever plant, if they have the more number of leaves and the leaves are not filled with water, then it requires much of water, everyday watering. Like hibiscus, we have tulsi, so a little bit of many they require watering every day because they have large number of leaves. They absorb large number of water. But this one, it doesn't have leaves at all, so it won't absorb much of water. So you have to be very careful on watering. So it is a very easy to maintain plant. You can say you can just water it in 4 to 5 days if it is put in indirect sunlight, but you have to put mostly it in direct sunlight. See, As of now, I'll put it in indirect sunlight when I'm putting the cuttings for 3 to 4 days or 4 to 5 days. Then I'll move it into direct sunlight. Okay, because when I'll move it in direct sunlight also, immediately I won't move. One day I'll put it for 2 hours, then again I'll put it for 3 to 4 hours. Like that I'll be moving this one in and out, so that we have to take care till we get the roots. So most probably in 2 weeks or in 30 days we might get the roots of this one. So that is it guys about this one. So watering I told you, and fertilizer, it doesn't require much of fertilizer at all. If you want, you can give seaweed solution, or else you can get little bit, 10% of vermi compost is also enough for this. As I told you, in the other soil mix I haven't put much of the fertilizer. Little bit for fertilizer is enough in this, and that also in a year or so. It doesn't require much of fertilizer. That isn't that great. And coming time, that is winter, is a dormant period of this one guys. So whenever this one goes to the dormancy, it doesn't grow much, it won't be having that much leaves. But when the February comes, it will grow vigorously guys, and your hanging basket is going to be full. Okay, so look at this one guys. How do you like it? It is looking pretty good, I think. Yeah, this small container. And there is a thumb rule, as I always say, whenever you repot or you pot something or you put the cuttings, there's a thumb rule that you have to water it heavily, completely, so that it should completely be drenched. And put it straight, try to put these straight and put it in a shaded area for 2 to 3 days, then put it in that. Okay guys, if you like this video, and if you think my videos are good, then please hit a like button. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe my channel, share my videos with your friends, so that they can also grow these lovely plants. And if they want to know, and if somebody is having these kind of plants and they don't know how to grow these type of plants, then you can share my video with your friends. Okay guys, thank you for watching my video. Bye.